Danny, another tough game coming up the weekend. How's everyone? Obviously didn't have the game Tuesday, but how's the preparation been since?
Yeah, the preparation's been good. We adapted accordingly. Obviously, we were all disappointed that the game got called off on Tuesday. We were prepped and ready to go. Like I said then, for us, we felt sorry for ourselves, but more sorry for our supporters. Never easy when a game gets called off that late on, but unfortunately, the elements just beat us on this occasion. And really, off the back of that game getting called off, we had the contingency of training anyway, so we were able to train. So luckily enough, we had the dome that we were able to use. We had a really good session. Players' attitudes was, as you would expect, really, really good. We trained up to about 10 o'clock, I think, on Tuesday evening. For us, it's always to try to see the next opportunity and ultimately to be able to train on Tuesday night. That was it, and it's allowed us to get ahead in terms of our preparation for the game on Saturday against Accrington.
And Accrington are a side under John Coleman that are always competitive, whichever league they're in. And I presume you'll feel that'll be exactly the same this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. We have so much admiration for John Coleman and for Jimmy and for his Accrington team. I think year on year they overachieve. I think actually everyone's forgotten that they're still overachieving, because ultimately when you overachieve in football, it kind of becomes the norm and the expectation. But done a brilliant job to not just get to the Football League, but then to get to League One and then to be really competitive in League One. Obviously they would have been disappointed to get relegated last year, but I think that shows the strength of League One last year, because it was such a strong division, and you've only got to look at the teams that came down, the likes of Accrington and MK Dons, to know how strong League One was last year. This year I think they have a really big squad, probably the biggest Accrington Stanley squad that I've known, certainly when I've competed against them. I think that's good because they've obviously got some injuries at the moment, but still in a really good moment. I think maybe 3 clean sheets in the last 4. Lots of good players. They play a really high energy game, defend with real intensity and aggression, and also have some really high quality players as well. So absolutely, we know there's a big test, but for us, we also believe that we're a team that is growing every day, and we're really looking forward to the challenges that Saturday will bring.
And on Tuesday night, was it a case of you looked at the other results and saw what everyone's doing, but you're just having to concentrate on what this group are doing? Yeah,
I think for us, I'm not a result watcher. I just put the focus and all of our energy into us and what we do. From the day that I walked into the building, I knew exactly what the team needed and the club needed. And I think for Nicky and I, it's always to focus on the process, to make sure that we keep trying to improve the performance of the team every single day, and keep trying to grow and develop, which I think I genuinely believe that we are. And then ultimately the results and the outcomes take care of themselves.
Is that a real positive, that each day you're training with the guys and each game you play, you're seeing those things that know that we can be better in this last third of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're only 5 games in, so the sample size is still very small. So every time you play a game, you learn more and more about the players individually, about the departments, maybe the defensive department, the midfield department, the forwards, but also the right side of the pitch, the left side of the pitch, and all of those little relationships, and obviously the team as a whole as well. So I think for us, there's lots of learning at the moment, and we then have to prioritise and decide what are the key things to go after, to keep helping the development of the team. But the group have been excellent. I've been so impressed with the players, their attitude, their work ethic, their humility, their desire to want to learn and want to get better has been great. And as a consequence, I think they energise us as well. And this is a really good way to live your life.
Yeah, and no strangers to Essex, you and Nicky, but how has it been settling back, away from just the pure football side of it? How good has it been?
It's been good. Yeah, it's been really good. It's nice to be back to Essex, because Yeah, I don't know how many years, but it's been quite a few years since we've been back here. Obviously, our parents live here anyway, so we'd often come back to see them. But to be honest, because of the nature of our jobs, they come to every game, so they normally come to us rather than us coming to them. So no, it'd be nice to be back in Essex. Don't miss the traffic. There's more traffic in Essex than anywhere else in this country, that is for sure. But no, it's been lovely to be back, and yeah, I think yeah, we've been lucky this week. Our children are off on half term, so they've been able to come and join us because they're still obviously back in schools in Hampshire at the moment. So we've actually been able to spend a little bit of time with them this week. My daughter was really disappointed because this was going to be her first game because she plays herself, so she hasn't been able to come to any of the other games. But she was so disappointed on Tuesday for the game to be called off. But fortunately, she's playing on Friday this week, so she has an opportunity to come at the weekend, which will be good.